Wherever there's trouble, G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe is there. Yo, Joe!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007, and today we are going to do G.I. Joe Classified G.I. Joe Shipwreck. Shipwreck has always been one of my all-time favorite Joes, and honestly, what made me love Shipwreck was the cartoon. Now, the comic book rendition of Shipwreck was not my favorite, all right? But the cartoon literally gave him the best personality ever. I loved how punchy he was. I love how witty he was. I loved how flirty he was. He always had like a smart, like I remember in the mini series that they had when they all were when he was stuck with Snake Eyes and Timber, they were all doing all sorts of adventures, making little, it was like the wise man and the quiet man, and I loved it. Absolutely love it. And over here they have in the package they have Shipwreck. Now, as before, what I'm going to do, because whenever I scan this barcode over here, it does nothing but take me to a Hasbro play site to where I have to choose whether I want to play or view some more figures or whatever the case may be. So, and I don't think they have the g.ijoe.com site anymore. I think they just pretty much let it go. Again, if they still have it, just let me know how I can get back to it. But what I'm going to do is put the bio of the G1 Shipwreck that I remember, that I grew up with, that came with the action figure when you purchased it from Hasbro, right here on the screen. All right. So you can pause the video if you want, or whatever the case may be, and enjoy. But what we're going to do now, we're going to bring this a little bit closer, go over the box. And yes, this is the new package that they're giving most of the Joes now. It is a closed box, a non-display, non-window box right here. Typical box that you get with most of the G.I. Joe Classified now. You says 4+ over here, plastic-free packaging. G.I. Joe Classified got some graphics up here going on too, as you can see. You see a product image of Shipwreck right there with missiles blasting off. Looks like he's at maybe like a silo or something like that. G.I. Joe Classified, G.I. Joe Shipwreck, got a star, got Hasbro. Have beautiful artwork of Shipwreck looking psycho, you know what I'm saying? These are the accessories within the package. Right here, star, more artwork, barcode, or QRC code right here. You have some legal mumbo jumbo on the bottom, some more legal mumbo jumbo on the bottom right here. Barcode, plastic free packaging in different languages, so on and so forth. And I think he is number 70 within the line. So yeah, in the titles I'm going to start labeling them so you can know which one is what, or whatever the case may be. Think I went over everything, the click typical G.I. Joe Classified stripe right here. Raised lettering. If you feel across here, it is raised lettering that is going on the package. Do I wish they would go back to the open face boxes? Yes. Or the display boxes? Yes. Or the window boxes? Yes. I think that's a great thing. People like to see their figures. I like to see my figures within the packaging. But yeah, it's over here. It says 6.3, 160 millimeters. And that is about it for the package. So what we're going to do, we're going to bust Shipwreck open and see if Shipwreck is worth the scratch.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
And over here we have Shipwreck out of the package, and this figure is gorgeous, man. And I'm not just saying it. I'm not just saying it because I'm a big Shipwreck fan, but they did a great job on this just from looking at it right here. And I'm going to show you why. I mean, let's go into the accessories first because this guy has me excited. Over here, they give you this nice vinyl headpiece so that you can swap out different heads with, different hats or whatever. You can take the hat off and put this on and have him in his, his look where he doesn't have the Navy hat on, the sailor's hat on right here. Then a nice vinyl right here with a peg in it. If you look inside, there's a peg inside of the head right there that you can plug it into. Then you have the classic poly right here. Great sculpting in poly, great coloring, great paint apps too. If you look real good, they did a real good job on poly. Poly looks very good. They have a peg right here, so I guess there's going to be a peg so that you can plug it into his arm or something of the sort right here. Again, as I get these, I open them right up for you. Great sculpting of poly. You can see the feather sculpting that they did right here, and it looks like the head is it has a little articulation in it. Yeah, looks like it, but no, it doesn't. That was just the line over here that looked like it had some articulation, but you can see the eyes are done very well. The beak is done very well. There's no slippage of paint. They did a great job on this small part, or this small accessory right here on the pet figures. Usually G.I. Joe, Hasbro been doing very good with the how can I say, the pet aspect when it comes to doing pets with their toys. Then over here you have his musket right there. Then in a nice, or this is like a double barrel. This is different. It's like a double barrel sawed off mini shotgun or something like that. Again, correct me in the comments down below, but it looks like a little double barreled or whatever the case may be. Has a rope sculpted onto the bottom of it, done in a soft plastic, not the vinyl that they did that M60 in for rock and roll. So this looks pretty good right here. Loving the paint apps on it. Everything looks good. Everything looks real good on this. Doesn't have any holes in the front so that you can put some blast effects in it. But I mean, come on. This thing looks great right here. Then you have his rope. His rope right here with the hook. And the hook, with that hook, you can put the other hook on here. Thus so. And boom. All of it's done in the vinyl plastic or whatever the case may be. But the painting on here is nothing short of excellent right here. You can see this right here does have a nice silver paint to it. No wash or anything, but I mean, like, it's great. Then finally, we have his pistol right here, or his sidearm, that fits right in. Let me stand him up again because I knocked him over. His sidearm looks really good right here. And if you look, there's some sculpting in the sidearm. Along the handle as well, there is sculpting. Looks like an anchor is sculpted in there and everything like that. They did a great job on this. Great job, man. I'm loving this right here. So we're going to move these to the side, and you know what we're going to do now. We are going to grab my man right here, Mr. Shipwreck. And Shipwreck looks good. Look at that face sculpt. They nailed it. This is cartoon and comic book Shipwreck, but more so cartoon Shipwreck. And remember before I said they may have a peg here, and I think this is a great idea that they're doing this right here. They have a peg right here so that you can put poly onto his arm. We'll put them on in a few. You have the navy deco right here on the side of his sleeves, right here on his shoulders. Everything looks good. Loving the tattoos right here. I like this tattoo right here because it looks like it's kind of worn and old and everything like that. Then you have his signature shark tattoo right here on his arm. Pants look very well done. Everything has texture. The pants have textures in it. This is a beautiful figure. Hole on the back. This guy is looking real nice. You got the sailor shoes that he has right here. Treads on the bottom, half tread, or whatever the case may be on the bottom. Let me bring it a little bit closer right there. Holes on the bottom, as you can see as well. But that face sculpt is beautiful. Then if you look in the middle of the chest, they have some hair sculpted, like pretty much painted, or the deco of hairs on his chest, which look really good. But I'm loving that face sculpt. That is typical Shipwreck right there, man. That is Shipwreck. That is looking real good. Real good, man. Real good. Loving the way the collar is open. I always loved the fact that Shipwreck was like just that guy. Like they just, and the way the cartoon introduced him. And yes, I do know the comic book origins because I watched both. I read both. I read the comic book and I watched the cartoon. But this is really good. You have a holster for his double barrel pistol, or I guess it's called. I do not know what type of pistol this is called, but I guess it's called a double barrel pistol. And what we'll do right now is snatch this off. Ooh, boy, look at that. Look at that. Put that on, and how does he look? How does he look? There he is. Wow, this is Shipwreck from the cartoon and from the comic. Boy, they did a great job on him. They did a great job. And the hairpiece fits on very well. It's not falling off like the other ones did. So I guess they're doing better construction with the action figures. But I love my Shipwreck. I love having the option to put him in his regular hair and the sailor's cap, whatever the case may be. This looks really good, man. Real good. Let's try him. Now, we can take the accessories and put them, thus so. You have one for the musket, double barrel musket, we're going to call it. One for the pistol over here. And it fits in very snug, no problem. This series, this round right here, they did a really good job with. Utility belt looks really good. Under the belt, you can see he has another belt with some nice gold deco painted on it. No bleeding or anything like that if you look real good. And they're sculpting inside of it as well. They did a great job. Loving the way they did the shirt as well, how the sleeves are rolled up. Classic Shipwreck. I love Shipwreck. Shipwreck is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I know you guys are like, oh, every Joe is your favorite. Just about. Just about. You'll know which ones are my favorites and which ones are not. I'm over here pulling stuff off his head. Let's plug Polly in and see how Polly fits in right here. And there, Polly fits in really good. Nice and snug. Doesn't feel like he's going to fall off or anything. He has a hook right here. So I guess you can put the... I think you could put the hook here. Yeah. You can put the hook right there. You put the hook right there. See? And I think if you wanted to, you could kind of like hang the rope if you wanted to. But I mean, that's if you want to have it like this, you can have it. But we all know that Shipwreck puts the rope. Let's move this. Let's see if we could just slap this on without maneuvering a lot of stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can slap this on. Let's bring this up. Bam. How does this go? And but yeah, I love Shipwreck, man. And bam, look at that. Just fit right over him like it's nothing, man. They did a great job on this figure. This guy looks really, really, really good. Everything fits on him. Everything is nice and snug. Even the gun holster is fitting real nice. You know how most of the time the gun holster is fitting a little bit slacky or whatever the case may be, but it's fitting real nice. It's fitting real nice. This is a good figure. Look at the side profile. That is Shipwreck. That is Shipwreck, hands down. So as far as articulation go, you can't get the head to go all the way around. You can get the arms to go up. Thus so, you have butterfly joints up at the shoulders right here, bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, twisting and pivoting in the wrist, as you can see right here. And yeah, I love the way they did the gloves on here. Classic Shipwreck. You have an ab crunch, twisting at the waist, side tilt going on as well. Leg split is nice. Thigh cuts, as you can see, double hinge knee going on. Does he have a calf twist? No, he doesn't have a calf twist due to the construction of the jeans right here, but I don't care. You have a little bit of ankle rocker going on there, but it's a little bit stiff because of, the maneuverability of it is a bit limited due to the pants. But I always love the fact that he had on bell-bottom pants or like the flare leg pants and stuff like that. Love it. Absolutely loved it about this figure. This guy is an absolute beauty. Weapons, let's see how the weapon fits into his hand right here. I'm going to use the double musket. Put that over here. And yeah, this thing fits in nice and snug too, man. Ahoy, you lamb lover. Look at that. That looks good. And I love how they sculpted some rope at the bottom of it right here. They did a great job with Shipwreck. They did a great job with Shipwreck. I have absolutely no complaints. Thus far, he is getting so far, I mean, like, I think he's good. Again, the deco looks real good. I'm loving how they're doing these tattoos and everything like that. Everything looks good on this guy. The harness is nice and tight on here. There's textures within the harness as well. Utility pouches look real good on him as well. So what we're going to do, we are going to get this guy a twirl, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts on G.I. Joe Shipwreck Classified.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages. G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
So as a whole, I think this figure is one of their top tier. I absolutely love this figure and it's not just because I love Shipwreck. I like the rock and roll figure, but when it came to the weapon, it was absolute. That's the only thing that turned me off a little bit from rock and roll. But as a whole, I liked rock and roll. And Shipwreck is coming in at about 6.5, looks like, because they said 6.4. Okay. Great figure, beautiful deco, great posability. The weapons are nice and solid. They're not rubbery or anything like that. Love the rope that goes around his chest and everything. Poly fits on his wrist very well. Love the interchangeable hair that they have going on. Everything about this figure is A class. And yes, I absolutely loved Shipwreck, especially as a kid. Honestly, he fashioned a lot of my personality because I love the way he was flirty. I loved him in Once Upon a Joe. The cartoon version of Shipwreck was the one that really resonated with me the most. I love the voiceover, the voice actor Neil Ross. He did a great job at Shipwreck. I love Shipwreck. Shipwreck is one of my favorites. I'm very happy they made him. This figure is spot on. They did a great job. I could be talking about and going over this figure all day. Again, love the hair on his chest. Love the way the accessories just fit in nice and snug. Poly is right there. Poly fits in very well. Everything is good. Here he is next to a Naughty Viper. And you can see they fit in very well. They fit in scale with each other. Hold on, let me move this over so you guys can see. Let me see. Right there. Let me bring it back a little bit. Here he is with the Naughty Viper. He looks good. He looks good. Here he is with 40th anniversary. He-Man. 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 Of course, He-Man 7 inches. He's a big dude. Big dude. Here he is with Dave. You got a sailor in here. I like sailors so hot. Ooh, you got do you like the Village People? I love everything. I have the Village People anthology. I play it loud on Saturday so I can piss off Tuffner. But I didn't even know that Tuffer liked disco music. But you can always dance with me. We can dance together. You got a nice, I love how you have your shirt open. What is that? Is that like a denim shirt and anything? And how's the bird? Does the bird eat sunflower? I don't know. Listen, if you need a job, come talk to me and we can disco. That was David Nora. David Nora happens to like Shipwreck. Amazing, right? I didn't know David Nora was in the disco. I didn't know he liked the Village People as well. But yeah, man, beautiful figure. A must have. Let me bring another. I gotta bring you guys gotta look at this guy, man. Shipwreck looks really, really good, man. Really good. Hair sculpting is done well. Wash all around him, you know. I'm loving the textures they put in here. The boots look really good. Poly looks good on his arm. Fits in nice and snug, as you can see. Everything looks good on this guy. I have always loved Shipwreck. You can pretty much put all his accessories on. I mean, if you wanted to put the hook on his back, you can, but I mean, like, what is he doing running around with a hook on his back? If anything, you can slip that on the leg, or you can have it. It would seem to be more feasible to have it on his leg right here, or pretty much on his waist, so that he can get like some nice little kink action. The gloves look great on him. I could be talking about this figure all day. Those tattoos look absolutely great. They did a great job on this figure. This figure gets a 5 out of 5 nerd pins from me. And I know I haven't been doing the scoring system, but I'm going to go back to it. But look at that face sculpt, boy. Look at that face sculpt. Loving the eyebrows and everything. One raised eyebrow. Loving the beard. This is classic Shipwreck. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. And remember, when you buy a toy, what do? You bust it open, you land lovers.